Hi, this is Amanda, and I'm here to share a story about how PMA's Funeral Financial Assistance Fund supported one family. Linda's dad, Lewis, was a 92-year-old Korean War vet. He was an avid fisherman and outdoorsman. He loved the outdoors so much, he dedicated his career to carpentry and roofing to ensure he never had to work a day indoors. He taught Linda about animal behavior and showed her how to identify animal tracks. Linda learned to love and respect the land from her father. Linda's mom, Margaret, was 87 and a homemaker. She loved books, westerns, flowers, birds, and nature as well. Linda has fond memories of exploring thrift stores and yard sales with her mom. Margaret would sift through the items with a fine-tooth comb, on the hunt for collector dolls, books, depression glass, and Christmas decorations. Afterwards, they often loved to go for ice cream at McDonald's. It was Margaret's favorite treat. Their love for the outdoors was one of the bonds Lewis and Margaret shared in their 62 years together. Linda carries on her parents' memory through her passion for nature and landscape photography. Her parents owned property on the North Fork of the Stillaguamish River near Oso and loved to spend their weekends there. Their trailer sat approximately 30 feet from the riverbank, so they could always hear the soothing sound of the water. Lewis loved to fish during the day and take Linda on nature walks along the river or in the woods on the other side. Margaret loved to sit in a chair on the riverbank and read her beloved books, or go for short walks with Linda, where they often discovered wild rabbits. Lewis once met a large black bear while he was at the river, and all he had in his hands was a fishing pole. He was unafraid and yelled and thrashed around until the bear ran away. This exciting memory about her father's bravery has stuck with Linda her whole life. Linda loved to swim in the river or sit on the riverbank next to her father, where they watched the dipper birds flying in great swoops and dips over the water. It was the Parker family's peaceful place where they could relax, interact with nature, and have adventures, and be thrilled by the unexpected. While this tight-knit family had little money, they had an abundance of love and loyalty for each other. So when Lewis fell ill, Linda became his full-time caregiver. He spent 8 months on hospice at home, which is where he wanted to carry out the rest of his life. Just 2 months before his passing, Margaret ended up in the hospital with a broken hip, where she also contracted COVID-19 and a week later had a major stroke. Linda divided her time with great difficulty in caring for both parents full-time, one at home and one in the hospital. She was unable to work at her regular job for the duration of their care. She had support from Evergreen Health and Hospice, which is how she found out about PMA and our Funeral Financial Assistance Fund. Linda's parents were both cared for by the Co-op Funeral Home of People's Memorial. The gift you made to the Funeral Financial Assistance Fund helped her provide dignified services and prevented her from going into funeral debt. She said, "Having financial assistance was the best godsend because otherwise I wouldn't have had the money to have them cremated. I don't know what I would have done." Linda doesn't have any siblings, so the responsibility for their care at the end of life and after death was hers to manage alone. Linda is now tasked with going through the home her parents lived in for 60 years. As children from the Midwest who lived through the Depression, they held on to everything. Their childhood experiences taught them to be resourceful and to prepare for the unexpected. So sifting through their belongings has been an overwhelming project. She has good days and bad, but has found comfort and joy in the discovery of old items that spark a treasury of good memories. As Linda looks ahead, she's planning to inter her parents' urns at the Tahoma National Cemetery and will receive help from the Co-op Funeral Home to arrange for this. Since her father was a veteran, they will receive the full military service and plots at no cost. Thank you for playing an important role in Linda's story. Her grieving was not compounded by the stress of wondering how she was going to pay for 2 cremations because of your gift to this fund. She lost the 2 people she loved the most in such a short span, and the support you gave her has been a source of relief during the most difficult time of her life. Thank you. In loving memory of Lewis and Margaret Parker.